Hi, folks, and welcome back to the Star Wars Library, where Star Wars is in print. And today we're going back to the Marvel comic book series to talk about issue 102 by Mary Joe Duffy, which came out in 1985. Now, of course, you can still continue to find this in the Star Wars A Long Time Ago by Dark Horse, Volume 7, entitled Far, Far Away. And this story is, like we said, issue 102, and it's Kiro's back, or School Spirit. It's kind of weird of what this is. The cover declares this as Kiro's back, and then when you open it up, it's actually School Spirit. But again, Marvel comics, especially in the 80s, are no stranger to this. So anyways, what's the story of this? So the Nagai War is finally beginning, and Kiro, as we know, is thought long dead. Luke and Lando decide to go to Kiro's homeworld to inform his people that he has passed away. But the Nagai are there, killing, all these creatures, the Escalons, and so they go there, and sure enough, the Nagai are in fact dead. They don't actually need to help out in this fight. Who is doing this? Well, it's Kiro. We find out that it's Kiro. So the Iskalonians follow the leader, which is basically, what made Kiro an oddball. Remember, Kiro didn't follow the leader. Their culture, their species, always follows what the leader says. And Kiro basically was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And that's kind of, again, hence why he went with Luke and kind of why he was that oddball. So if the leaders choose death over enslavement, the school would too. And that's pretty much what is happening, is that the leaders are basically saying, look, we would rather die and just kill ourselves than be slaves to this alien race that comes in and tries to control us. And so the stakes are very high here. So Luke and Lando, of course, are eventually reunited with Kiro after Luke and Lando, try to convince these people, like, hey, knock that off. Luke is wielding a yellow lightsaber for whatever reason, or at least that's the art choice that they did. And so Luke, Lando, and Kiro basically decide, here's what we're going to do. We are going to infiltrate this tower base of the Nagai. This is what we're going to do. And we're going to go in there and we're going to defeat them. And ultimately that's what happens. They do defeat the Nagai and they take down the tower. The tower crumbles and Kiro looks dead. Again. Once again, we think that Kiro has actually bit the dust. We see that thing, and of course, we think, oh, he's dead. So Luke kind of goes back and he starts reflecting again on Kiro and being like, wow, poor Kiro, he couldn't have survived. But it turns out that no, in fact, Kiro is alive. Once again, Kiro escapes death. So he appears to Luke, and Luke only, and he basically tells him that that he needs to stay with his people. He really shouldn't be trying to be something that he's not. He needs to stay with them. And Luke is the only one that knows that he's alive. Lando and his people thought, or Lando at least did. Now Lando thinks he's dead. Luke is now the only one that knows that Kiro is alive. And basically he says, keep my secret, remember me. And then he Aquamans it up, jumps in the water, and then that is the end of Kiro's story. In fact, it looks like Luke can't even tell Dani, because they had a relationship going, she and Kiro. She can't even tell her. So that is where Kiro's story in our Marvel coverage finally wraps up and comes to an end. So, this issue, 102, School Spirit, is this an essential read for the expanding universe? I would say yes, for the Marvel readers, that is. You see, this ends the arc of Kiro that we've been talking about for so long. It's finally come to an end, and this is the perfect goodbye, I guess, for him. So for Marvel readers, I would say yes, absolutely, this is an essential read. You have to read this to end and to see the end of Kiro's arc. As for modern readers, if you haven't been reading the Marvel series up to this point, You're probably not going to anytime soon, so again, this can be skippable. But as for Marvel readers, you're definitely going to want to check this one out. So thank you very much, folks, for tuning in, and I will see you next time with another episode of the Star Wars Library.